Captain on the bridge.
Okay, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today what I wanted to do was show how I do the VOTH battle zone. Now, I've mentioned this before, I've been wanting to do a video on this. The VOTH battle zone, ever since it came out, is one of the many ways, or at least one of the main ways, I should say, that I've gotten a lot of my dilithium. Over the years, doing it on pretty much 6 to 10 tunes. And it has helped me a lot to get the dilithium needed to convert to Zen to get my ships for my PEW PEWZ. So what we'll do is drop my 2 ECs on how I do this. We may flip the zone, we may not, but if we don't, we'll still go with kind of my little tips and tricks on how to do the battle zone. Now, when you first get to the battle zone here, you'll have to go see Mr. Commander Arnold over here and get all 4 dailies. So we'll go over that, talk to Commander Arnold, defeat VOTH in the battle zone. You get 4 dailies here. Call in reinforcements at captured points, secure VOTH points, and acquire battle zone command credits. Now, when you see the map hit your M button, here's the entirety of the map. Is the city, is the park, and here's the outskirts. Ideally, how you want to take over the park zones is working your outside in. And what I mean by that is the furthest point away from the Dino, and then working your way towards the Dino. So that at least you're always trying to be as close to the Dino when it spawns, so that you get a chance at it. Because nowadays, especially now, these dinos go down in a heartbeat. So when you see this white circle, that is where you're going to try to capture 2 points. Now, I have a very certain way of doing these things. Usually how I like to work my way is park, city, and then leaving the outskirts for last. Or I can go city, park to get the kills. So what I try to do first here is work on my kills to defeat the VOTH battle zone, the VOTH in the battle zone. And the park is a very good place to do that, in my opinion. So to trigger the timer, you have to kill the VOTH that are outside the point here first. And how you know that is there'll be VOTH as soon as you count on any of the entrances. It doesn't matter which entrance, but you have to go out here first, wait for the VOTH to spawn, because they always spawn out here. And then that is when you can kill one, and that'll trigger the time. Like, you can trigger them via as you go into the VOTH zone, but I find that you can kill like 3 or 5, and it sometimes doesn't trigger until your 5th or 6th kill. So I always, once you hear that timer, this is when you can kill. So I just work my way here. Now these single VOTH, the one that we just killed to get the timer going, that does not count as a kill. Now these VOTH specialists, they count as 1. Those VOTH dinosaurs count as 2. And if you're in a team, their kills will actually count towards your kills. And you want to try to aim for 60, because 60 will be the max that you'll get the max rewards for, the dilithium ore, because we are doing this for dilithium ore, marks, and all that stuff. So again, I work my way, I try to get the transport there, because that'll give me the 20 battle credits, but it's okay. So we just go here, and then I work my way to the furthest point, and then I start clearing points. Because usually by then, I'd be getting my 60 by then. Again, I just start killing these, check my time here, I'm already at 11. You'll see this at real time, captains, how we do this. Now, this tune is not the best geared, but it's geared enough, well enough to get through the zones. And you always want to keep an eye on the status of the battle zone, ally control, and the statuses of each zone that you go into. So right now we're in the park. Still good, nothing's been taken over. At 24. And once I hit 60, that's when I, again, start taking over the zones. And if you're quick enough, you kind of have a good ground build, you can actually take these zones on by yourself and flip them by yourself, as long as, again, and we'll show you how to do that. Right now I'm just on my Romulan tune here that I don't really do much on, but she is good enough to take over zones by herself. Take that. Yeah, 31. We want to again try to hit for 60. So this will be a little bit of a longer segment video, but again, captains, this is a great way to get dill, especially if you do these dailies. You can only do it once per 20 hours for the two of them. The other two, the other killing the VOTH, you can actually do that every hour if you had the patience to do so. But you can also switch tunes and do the dailies again. But usually I like to stay on one tune, build the Dilithium ore. Because again, you not only get Dilithium ore for the dailies, you get marks, you get the VOTH implants, and that actually counts towards Dilithium because you can turn that in via the reputation system. So we're at 44. We should be able to get it here. And again, I'm at almost one of the farthest points on the map here. Hell that. 48, yeah, we're gonna get it here. Get that, vaporize you, 52, perfect. Now when the time, you only have 5 minutes to kill NPCs, your enemies here, so once that timer is up, that is when you will get the reward, and that'll be the max. And of course, we're doing this actually on a weekend, a Dilithium bonus weekend. So it will be less on a non-Dilithium bonus weekend, but still, they're at 62. So now we're going to start taking over the zones. So for the park, I usually either start at the artillery point here or the Omega. These 2 points are the only ones that I do. These other ones where you have to take control of them, it takes too long unless you have a teammate with you. So we're going to do the artillery since we're here. Now, I see a lot of captains when they do these points, they actually just activate them twice, go around, and then come back. Clear the zone. You have enough time to do all 3 activations. Just clear it out and do all 3. You're saving time if you just do all 3 activations. Now, if I come to a zone here with NPCs, I just clear each point. There you go. So we get 60 VOTH. We got 2,160 dill. Easy peasy for 5 minutes worth of pew pewzing on the ground. I don't like ground combat much, but for some reason I do like this VOTH battle zone. This is one of the first expansions that I got into back in 2014 when I started. So this really became something that I was very familiar with. I have a lot of tips and tricks. And then again, you want to always keep an eye out on the battle zone because you don't want to miss out on the dinosaurs or dinosaurs, you know, like Morphin Time. Let's see, if these guys come on, just kill them. You'll still have enough time to clear it and activate the consoles. Because after a certain time, they will respawn. But you just need to clear them out. We got 2 more. And the next one that we'll do is the Omega. This is known as the artillery points. These are easy. And of course, you also get the battle credits here, and that's what you use to also call in reinforcements whenever you take over a certain zone. One more here. So these artillery has 5 points that you have to take over. Again, it is easier if you have someone with you, but you can do this on your own and still get a good amount of dilithium. So then after you activate this, a exo suit thingy will come down, just clear that, then you get your battle credits. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. And it's even dead before it touches the ground. Excellent, perfect. So then these battle credits, you just have to go around and collect them before you leave. There you go, we've also already completed. All you got to do to complete your acquire battle credits is get 20. And in your inventory, don't judge my inventory caps, it's okay. So we have 21 here. All you need to get this daily is just 20. So we'll show how we do the Omega silo, which again is pretty easy. Where am I going? Over here. Again, you just want to work your way outside going towards the Dino. You don't want to ever be caught on the map when the zone flips. And when I say the zone flips, when the 3 dinos pop up and you're totally the furthest point away from it. I guarantee you by the time you get to the Dino, it'll be long gone. Because the one thing you have to look out here for captains is there will actually be people who just spawn and don't do anything. So you want to make sure that you get the reward, especially for the time that you spend here. Because you do have to spend a little time here, but regardless, to me, it's worth it. Here we have this. Usually how to start this, you just have to activate this console here. And then to speed up the traveling of that device, you just have to hit this device here. Look out for these swarmers because they're annoying. They will interrupt you activating these consoles. There you go. So, activate device. So again, keep an eye out here just in case. Now, if the park was the zone where we needed to get our 2 zones, we would have already completed that. We did this here because I find that this has more NPCs for me to get my 60 easier, faster, and quicker. To almost guarantee get that 60 kills. I do not like those VOTH spec ops. See, because they just decide to just wake up. And I'm going to probably get... Okay, can you stop? Oh, of course. Good thing I have this angel suit. Come on, activate it. Activate it. There you go. Okay, you have to... Again, I wish they would take these features off where you're interrupted trying to... And you gotta get rid of these VOTH specialists before they push this back. Come on. Activate it. Please don't shoot me. Thank you. It's 3/4 of the zone here, so again, we should be able to finish that. Now you have to activate this twice. You have to go to the second pillar and then this third last pillar here to activate it to go there. Once you activate that second console here, a bunch of VOTH will come out here. All you gotta do is just clear them out and or hit this first, then clear them out. But this should net you finishing the zone like right away. That's all you need to do. As long as you don't have them, the one VOTH here, repairing this generator, if you give them enough time to repair it, they will. And then that little thing on the trolley will go back, and then you have to restart again. These swarmers, they are just not my favorite. So again, looking at the zone, you can see it is being flipped here, so that's good. Again, before the zone flips, I recommend being at the outskirts. And of course, someone who did that? Oh, this is not going well. It usually doesn't happen, but it is what it is. There you go. Then we gotta do this again because these guys... Come on, come on, come on, come on. There you go. It's moving there. See, if you don't clear them right away, these guys will... That suit is handy. How do you like that? These these bots spec ops, they always love to respawn, so you gotta just look out for that, Caps. So there you go, it's finished. Now, if you're, all you gotta do to complete your call-in reinforcements is have about 40. That should be enough to finish. So request reinforcements, hit 40, that'll complete that assignment. So there you go. So the only one left now is to complete the 2 zones. So now you see the zones. Whenever you look at this map, if you see these blue markers on these red zones, that's going to mean that's being worked on and it's about to flip. So again, you want to kind of be at the outskirts, so we'll head there first. Because these zones here, the ones that are being taken over, that takes time, and it's, if you're by yourself, I take that over, it's just going to take a long time. Oh, and it's really highly recommended that you have frosted boots or those personal transportation devices. Now I'm going to take this time to head over here, but when the Dino flips here, you want to, again, make sure that you're at the outskirts first, go to the park next, and then the city if you can. Sometimes you'll only get 1. Most of the time I get 2. Very rare do I get 3. And try to stay with him because he's not a happy camper. That general guy has those VOTH spec guys with him, so it can be quite annoying. But this general actually counts as a captain kill whenever you have that for your Pendevers. So if you ever run across him, you have a captain kill that you need to do. There you go. There's that. So again, you have the artillery points. You always got to keep a look at this, and again, the battle ally control zone. Most likely, the 3 will probably be enough to flip the zone. So always keep an eye on your battle zone ally control and your map. You just got to hit M, that'll come up. Clear this out. That's cute. Oh, that console that I'm using, Captains, that is the Sompek Lightning. That was an event reward that we got years back when the Sompek event was happening. It's a great way to clear these artillery zones. So usually that Omega zone, I don't have that much trouble there, but that's, again, if you just kind of keep at it, be very cognizant of where those VOTHs spawn so that they don't push that generator back, but usually it's pretty easy. So you got that zone that's going to flip. This zone's probably going to be the one that's going to hit it. Flip the whole entire park over. Or actually all 3 battle zones. And then the Dino is what we have to do. So again, I'm keeping very close here as much as I can to this zone. Those empty spaces on your map is where the dinos will pop up. Get that going. Yeah. Again, one of the problems here, and it's kind of been the problem since this thing has been up, is people will spawn at the dino points. That's gonna go. Yeah. So, one more zone that will flip. So usually you want to make sure that you're already here and ready to go, just like that. So again, you want to be at the outskirts first, get some shots in, make sure you get some damage in. You don't necessarily have to be here all the way, but that's probably good. At least maybe about a quarter and or half of its health, and then make your way to the park. And the reason why is that's the closest one to the transporters. So outskirts, park, and then city if you can. Again, this is where your boots are going to help, and or personal transport devices, which I should probably get for this tune, but of course if you get shot by any VOTH that are still alive, you're going to slow down, but hopefully, are we going to get enough? Run, 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 run. Oh, try to get a hit in. Get a hit in, get a hit in. See, you'll get that reward regardless. That was for the outskirts. We should be able to get this one. That should be enough. There you go, we got that. So that's 2k dill already just for that. Now if we can get the city, that's great. But usually, again, that's the first portion of the map that usually gets camped. You're gonna have to accept the fact that there are people that don't actually flip the zone, but they just wait for the dinos. If everyone was doing the zone, this thing would be going much faster. Again, outskirts, park, and then city. I use the transport ways because it's faster, I find personally, as opposed to going back to the command center. And then on the last dino, whichever dino that may be, make sure you get the rewards, and then you want to be out of red alert as best as possible to then... Oh, we're probably not going to get it. Okay, so we don't get it. Wait for the reward to pop up, and then go M, change instance, go to the next one. Now, if there's multiple zones popping, you want to try to go to the zone that has the most highest number. Okay? If not, then that's fine. Here you'll see we'll be able to actually turn in some of our rewards. So here we got that. We'll get that. Here. Another 14. Again, we had another 3 there for flipping a zone and 35 marks. Now, again, all you have to do with this is take over 2 zones with this, and that's what we'll do before we end this vid. At least you'll see how much we'll get with that as well. And again, we will just do the artillery because that's the quickest, and probably in this city, the artillery is the quickest here because they're the closest ones here. Actually, no, we'll do the Omega one that's over there. That's closest to this. Again, clear the zone. Watch out for these VOTH medics because they like to reincarnate their friends. Just clear that. There you go. Shut these down. Again, please, for the love of all things that is good, do not hit these consoles twice. Hit it all 3 times. Clear the enemies, hit it 3 times, and move on to the next. You will have enough time, I guarantee you. Take them out. Put that there. because that is the last daily that we'll have. And again, once you complete all 4 dailies, you can go on another tune and again try to flip the zones. You'll get dill, you get marks. Those you can use again for turning into more dilithium. Get that done. Clear that out. And here, so again, these are just my tips and tricks. If you see a zone hop in like that, those are the best ways to get as much dilithium as you can. Clearing out these zones by yourself should be fine on a very even mildly geared tune. Take that out. Again, I know, Captains, this is a longer video than usual, but at least you can see in real time how long this will take and see for yourself if this is something worth. I know dilithium mining is actually easier, but I've done that so many times, like I've mentioned in the previous videos, that I just don't like doing it. This, I actually have fun flipping a zone because I feel like I know what I'm doing. And to me, it's fun. We've only been doing this, what, for about half an hour? And yet we've already gotten a good amount of our... I think we've already gotten 8k dill just from the dilithium rewards. That doesn't even include the marks and or VOTH implants, because each zone that you complete, you get 5 of these VOTH implants. Those you can even turn in for more dilithium ore. See, all I had to do was just clear the points, activate it 3 times, all by myself. Don't need... It just goes faster with a teammate. There you go, that's 1. We'll just go here to the Omega part over here. And then that, she's captured 2 points. That will finish our 4 daily assignments here. I am here with my 2 fellow captains, so shout out to Dwayne and Goofball who are with me, helping me out here, even Waldo as well. So thank you, Caps, for helping me flip these zones over as much as possible. To be honest, Captains, I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to get a Dino zone in, but it would have been nice if we would have gotten all 3. We almost got to 3, but sometimes you just have to... And the more you do this, the more you will find your own ways of doing it, however that way that will be. And then once we flip this, we'll go back to the command center. We'll turn this in, this assignment in, and we'll just do our conclusions there. So again, activate that console twice so that you activate the console and get the speed boost. Know that there'll be VOTH spawning here. You got to make sure you clear them out so that they don't push the generator back. This should go a lot easier than it did in the park. And here it's going to just move 2 pillars aside. Just be ready here to activate it. And again, Captains, this works on both console and PC. They're no different because I have done this already on my PS4 console. Works like a charm. And that account is even not geared as well, but it's able to do these zones by itself, or by itself I should say. So then it's going to, after 2 more pillars, it's going to go over here. Be ready for that. Once you see the prompt, hit it right away. Should give you enough time because the VOTH spawn there. You want to make sure you clear everyone here, especially on this spot here. Someone else already cleared it here. You want to do that. Now, if that is clear, you can essentially just walk away. You can go on to the next, especially if you've already cleared them pretty well. That's just going to automatically finish. You won't get the battle credits, but the more battle credits you have, you can actually also turn in those for marks, and we'll show you here. That out here. See, it's going to go in there, and then it's going to clear out. I could have just walked away. This would have been fine. Whoever was in this zone, we could have just, me and Goofball could have just walked away. You'll still get the credit. There you go. Accept it. That's your daily. That's an additional 2,151. Again, keep in mind that this we're doing during a bonus dilithium. It will be less, but still, I think it's worth it. So we're going to call in the reinforcements because that still includes for marks. You get additional 10 marks. That's cute for 60. Now we're going to head back to the command center, and then again, we'll get a little bit of an overview, and then we'll just leave it off there, Caps. So again, you can keep doing these dailies every day, and or even switch on a different tune and keep doing them. Let's talk to Commander Arnold. All of it will be done. So again, recap. Defeat VOTH in battle zone. Make sure that when you get that assignment, you kill the VOTH right outside these entrances. That will trigger the timer right away. Your first kill will not count as a kill. The next one will, but you want to hear that timer go off. Next, call in reinforcements at captured points. That goes hand in hand with, of course, with acquire battle zone command credits. If you can, these transport sites here automatically will give you 20. If you just, all you got to do is clear the VOTH there and then activate the console, the battle credits will come out, and we'll actually, maybe we'll show it here before we end it off here. And then once you get 40 of those credits, these things here, that's when you can call in the reinforcements. It may be 60 depending on how your fleet, because I do remember, actually, now that I think about it, there is a discount that you can get with your fleet. But usually a lot of fleets, is all you have to be is finish your fleet holdings. You should have that discount already. And then, of course, secure the VOTH points is what we just did there. Just look for the big white circles of where you're going to be. It's either going to be in the park, city, and or outskirts. Now, again, you want to make sure that you work your way from the farthest point from the dinosaur and then work your way towards it, because you don't ever want to be caught at the very other side of the map, because these things die quickly, as you saw, Captain. So again, just to kind of go over here, we'll show where's the closest one here. Okay, we'll go to the outskirts here. And then once you activate and clear out those transports, you can actually use the ones here in the command center. So taking over those transport sites will actually do two things for you. Give you battle credits and give you a shortcut back to the command center. And you only have like 4 VOTH there to worry about, and like 2... usually just 2 cannons there to worry about, nothing too serious. And that's why I say frosted boots and or those personal transport devices, very handy here because of the ground that you have to cover going from zone to zone. Take care of those guys. They're just standing there. So these are these transport sites here. All you got to do is clear all the targets here. Like I said, usually it's 4 VOTH specialists. And these turrets. After you clear a point, you just go to this console here, override VOTH teleporter. And then you'll get all these battle credits. And again, it's about 25 to 30. And then you can use this to go back to the command center. So there you go, Caps. Thought we would drop these 2 ECs. I've been meaning to do this for the longest time. It's just been sort of hard to get this going, but we thought we'd take the opportunity that the bonus deal is happening as this video comes out. I'm not sure when this is actually going to go out, Caps, but at least you can still use all the basic tips and tricks here that I had mentioned, and then to get your dilithium ore count up. Again, when on the last dinosaur, last thing I'll say is on the last dinosaur, once that is clear, try to get out of combat right before that dinosaur dies wait until you get the reward for the zone. Once you get that, press M, switch off to the next map, and then start all over again. So captains, we're gonna leave it there. Again, huge shout out to Anthony Taylor, to Goofball, to Waldo for the help of flipping this zone. I appreciate it. If you captains have any tips and tricks as well, maybe that I don't even know of, put them in the comments. Again, thank you so much for supporting us here on the YouTube channel. We're at almost 925 subscribers. So subscribe to the channel so that we can reach out to more like-minded captains, but we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.